Hey folks, welcome to a deck profile here with Ari Klugman, who got 5th place in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Regional at Philadelphia that we hosted. So let's see what he played.
I played Tenyi Swordsoul. I played 2 Ecclesia, 2 Taya, 3 Moe, 3 Long One, 2 Ecclesia because I didn't want to draw multiples. This card's not really that good going first. If you summon it going first and get ashed, you basically lose. I played 10 Tenyis, all the good ones, and then the okay one. I prefer to play 3 of everything because I want to see my Tenyis as much as possible. I think these are the best cards in the deck, so I think I want to see them as much as possible. Going second cards, I played 2 Droplet, 3 Imperm, 3 Ash, and 2 Veiler.
Look at those ultis. Look at them ultis.
I played a fourth of my deck as going second cards because I ideally wanted to draw 1, and this gave me basically the perfect ratio. I drew 1 to 2 basically every game. If I didn't draw any, I was drawing enough engine to push through everything. So this was like the perfect amount. And then the spells, I played 3 Vessel. I didn't play Heavenly Dragon Circle. I was testing it a lot, but I found that every time I played Heavenly Dragon Circle, it was just a brick if I wasn't getting hand trapped, and this always let me facilitate plays. Like playing around Nib is super easy with this card, and same with Token Collector. 3 Emergence, 2 Desires and Call By, and then Blackout. These are mandatory. Everybody's playing these.
So what made you decide to play Tenyi Swordsoul?
Tenyi Swordsoul is by far the most consistent deck in the format, and it also doesn't care about die roll. I lost 8 out of 9 die rolls on Saturday, and I did not have a match until round 7 that lasted over 25 minutes. I just killed all my opponents. Yeah, so I think Tenyi Swordsoul is the perfect deck for that because this card in particular is just beyond broken and just lets you break through everything. Same with this guy. And then the Swordsoul cards are like decent. The Swordsoul cards let you make broken synchros like Baxia, which we can get into. But yeah, it's mostly just the most consistent deck. I also got to play this card, which is super unfair. This card's Pot of Greed.
Yeah, it just is.
Extra deck, I played 3 Monk and 1 Shaman. The 3rd Monk never came up once. It should have just been Psychic End Punisher. I'm pretty sure I would have won one of my matches faster if it was Psychic End Punisher. Baron, this broken guy, this other broken guy, Shishao. This guy is the MVP by far. If Chaco, shout out to Chaco, didn't top deck Super Poly, this guy would have won me round 8. This guy's just crazy. He just burns for 12 and he's Hyper Librarian for some reason. Why is he Hyper Librarian? The best cards in the extra deck, the Yang Zings. These cards are absolutely unfair. This card should be banned 100%. This card's super unfair. I made this in the mirror in defense when I knew he was main decking Lightning Storm, and he just couldn't out it because he couldn't activate Ashina or do anything, so he just lost. And then the last 2 cards in the extra deck are Berserker and Dragite. I made this against like 1 back row deck, and it just won me the game. I think it like negated a Revolt or something, which was pretty crazy. It also helps you play around Gozen if they preemptively flip in you have Moe.
Sweet. All right. Well, let's see the side deck.
So my side deck was half going first and half going second. Going second, we have Droll, Nib, and Storm. This card was bananas. Every time I resolved this card, I won. Shout out to Chris Lynn. I played him in round 2. He FTK'd me game 1. I drolled him game 2. And then game 3, he bricked. In theory, Nib was good in that matchup. I did not see this card at all. Like 0 times. I didn't resolve it, but in theory, it was really good. I think I saw Lightning Storm once, and it was MST. So, yeah. Mostly, it was literally my main deck and these next 8 cards doing all the work. These cards, except this one, basically did nothing. And then for the traps, 2 Solemn, 3-day barrier, 3 anti-spell. These cards are unfair, and everybody should be playing them unless you can't. If you can't play this card, play a different deck. That is the other reason I decided to play Sword Soul. It does not lose to anti-spell at all unless I draw this card. Playing Heavenly Dragon Circle also plays around this card a little better if people like don't preemptively flip it, but I just think this card's so unfair, and playing a deck that doesn't lose to it was super helpful because people just lost 3 side deck cards against me. This also won me, I don't know, 3 matches. One against Drytron. Actually, my round 9 against Drytron, I flipped anti-spell. He set 5 spells and passed, and I killed him, and he tried to droplet, and I was like, yeah, no, that's not how this card works.
Awesome. Do you have any shout-outs or anything like that?
Yeah, shout out to AU. Shout out to my testing group, Matt, Owen, Sean. I know I'm forgetting people. Josh. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I don't get it.
If you were going to a YCS this weekend, would you play the same deck?
If I was going to a YCS this weekend, yeah, I would, but I would main deck Droll. Droll was absolutely bananas, and I want to main deck that card.
Awesome. Thank you, Ari.